Hey guys, I'm back behind the camera again instead of being in front of it. As you heard in the last video, bike is up and running. On that video, it was only running on 2 cylinders. Managed to sort the problem. It was a dodgy wire going into one of the coils, so I got that fixed, so she's now running on all 4. Unfortunately, that presented another problem. The Moto Gadget Junior has a built-in failsafe for overcharging. It sounds the horn, which it did very, very loudly. I ran the multimeter across the battery and she was running 17 volts across the battery, which means the voltage rectifier is toast. So what I've got to do now is I'm going to track down the voltage rectifier for it, get that fitted. It's not a big job. It's fairly straightforward. That's it there. If you look at the battery there, on the left of the battery, there is a finned piece of metal or a box type thing. That's the voltage rectifier, so that's got to be swapped out. Right, that's the, I managed to track down the voltage rectifier. I actually had one buried above inside with all of my other bike bits and pieces. I got my multimeter out, done a quick check on it. It seems to be fine. All the diodes that are inside in it are all reading good, so I'm fortunate enough it's sorted. So I don't have to worry about sourcing one and length of time, postage and all that. So what I'm going to do now is, I'll get a bit closer to Sim. Right, there's the offending item there, that dude there. So I've got to pull him out. I've got to make up a new bracket because it's the one that's going in is larger than the one that's coming out. So I'm going to bring it out a small bit. That will allow for me to fit the new one in place. And hopefully in a couple of days, I should have that sorted. Well, she's hot. And she is. I just sorted out the voltage rectifier. Actually turned out to be a dodgy connection, which was easy enough to sort out. So we're back in all 4 cylinders again. No, she's running dog rough, but she's running and everything is fine. So it's literally just a matter of sorting out a few bits and pieces now, balancing out the carbs and a few other bits and pieces. So the good news is it's actually running. It's running on all 4. It's charging. So it's all good. Okay. There you go guys, it's running, it's charging. It's a bit rough at the moment because the carbs need balancing on it, but it's a big positive. One second now, hold on. There we go. It's running, it's sorting out, everything seems to be fine, charging is good. The issue with the voltage rectifier actually turned out to be a dodgy connection. So I pulled it apart this morning, as you can see it's hanging out there, so I'll put that back now and put it all back together again. Other than that, it's everything seems to be good. The carbs will need balancing, but it's all good. Right, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to sort out I'm going to put that's the voltage rectifier hanging off down there. I'm going to get all that sorted, get the battery tidied up and everything else done, because it's working fine now. And it's charging at about 14.5 volts, which is fine. I can live with that. The other issue that I had this morning was it was intermittently firing on 2 cylinders, then jumping to 4, then back down to 2 again. So the problem was on the rear cylinders here. So what we've got is there's your, like, I know it's kind of quite difficult to see it in there, but the electronic ignition is there. But what was happening was the main power to the coil, as you can see, the coil is in there with the 3 dots. Sorry about the focusing, but the coil is in there with the 3 dots. But what was happening was the wire going from the electronic unit to the coil, there was a break, or it was earthing or something was going on because it was intermittently firing in and out. So I replaced that wire and everything is working fine now. I'm back at it again. I fitted the rectifier back in yesterday, got it all up and sorted, tidied away the battery cables, fired her up, and the bloody alarm went off again. So I can only assume that it's an intermittent fault or something coming out of the rectifier itself. So it looks like, after all, I'm going to have to pull the rectifier and change it. So that's what I'm going at now this morning. Hi guys, right, the original voltage rectifier, I had to replace it because I put it back in, there was a fault on it, so it's now working perfectly. A new regulator almost fitted, so it's all good. Okay, see you later guys, bye bye.